Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever it is. Quick couple things before we get started. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/Get Heavy Podcast. $1 a month gets you in the door. Early access to episodes and bonus content. Rate, subscribe, follow, and review the podcast on all audio outlets. It really does help. Check out the YouTube. Hit that notifications bell, subscribe button. Doesn't mean shit to you, but it means a lot to me. And check out the merch, localshop.com/Get Heavy Podcast. We got new merch dropping soon. I appreciate everyone that supported so far. Also, go ahead and give us a call on the Get Heavy Hotline, 805-666-2314. And you can leave your weird story, message, answer the question of the week, rates, reviews, fucked up shit, send your memes, texts, voicemails, whatever you want. Know that it will maybe used on the podcast if it is good. Having said all that, enjoy the episode. Get Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Gonzalez.
Hello.
Nice, dude. All right.
Chick.
Looking good. All right, well, welcome to the podcast, guys. Body Farm.
Check it.
What's up?
Check,
How the
check.
fuck are you?
Great.
Pretty
Yeah.
great.
Yeah? You guys look like you got the tour sleep in your eyes right now.
Oh, yeah.
What was that again?
Like you got the tour sleep in your eyes. Like you just woke up fucking from tour.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just got up just a minute ago and came straight over here.
I appreciate it. I know it's a lot to ask to get a band out of bed when they're not ready. You know what I mean?
It's all good. We had yesterday off, so that was nice.
Yeah. What'd you guys end up doing for the Thanksgiving?
We hung out with our families. We made them meet our parents.
Nice.
We
It was
went-
fun.
Yeah, we hung out with Kellen.
Yeah, we
went to
also
the
did that, too.
beach.
Nice.
You know.
Beautiful. How you guys liking California? So we got let's introduce everyone. Go ahead and introduce yourself. What do you do in Body Farm?
I play bass. I'm Alex.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I'm Steven, and I play drums.
Eric play guitar and backup vocals, kind of.
And I'm Ocean, and I'm the lead vocalist.
Right. So we got two Venturaites, right? You guys consider yourself Ventura, right? Or Oxnard? What are you?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I was born in Ventura,
Right.
and I was raised in Oxnard, and then as
Okay.
an adult, I moved to Ventura. So I
So
would
let's
say
call it Ventura
kind of
County.
both. Yeah.
We got two Ventura County. We got two Ohio boys, right?
Yeah.
He was born in Wisconsin.
Well,
yeah.
Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan. But I grew up. I landed in Oxnard, Port Hueneme area when I was 10. And
Yeah.
so I became I dressed myself
Right.
and like picked my own shoes.
Right.
Living in Oxnard.
It's always weird what you have to claim because I grew up in the desert. I tell everyone I grew up in the fucking desert, but I've been here since I was 10. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I call Ventura my home, but
Absolutely. You're
I have like
definitely
a half in, half out with somewhere. You know
I
what
would
mean?
say you're more of a staple here than maybe in the desert.
Yeah. Well, the
Maybe.
Kasama's family name is not a great name out there.
Anyways, yeah.
It's tainted with
Yeah.
debauchery and blowing shit up. You know.
Desertness.
Yeah.
Sounds
desert
like
shit.
fun.
From East Liverpool.
You're from East Liverpool?
Yeah.
I'm from Newark, Ohio.
Oh, okay. There you go. Both in Ohio, though.
Yeah, both in Ohio. Like 2.5 hours apart, but
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. And you guys are all based where now? In
Just Central Ohio.
Central Ohio.
We're just outside of Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
He's in Newark. He's in East Liverpool, about a half hour from us, about 2.5 from us.
Oh, so you make the trip, huh?
he makes
To be in
he's
this van.
he's
Yeah.
the
Wow.
basis.
Alex is
Keep it-
dedicated.
Yeah, dedication. Keep it, but he doesn't have a car right now, so that's gonna be. Neither do we though.
yeah.
So
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so you were just mentioning what happened. You guys are on tour right now, right? Which is
Yeah.
rad.
Yeah, it's
What
super rad.
happened to your van? Because I saw you roll up in an actually pretty nice minivan. I'm
Yeah.
Like, oh, shit, look at that, dude.
Yeah, that's the rental.
Yeah.
So Eric and I hung out in Pittsburgh on Halloween night.
Mm-hmm.
I drove out there. He flew in there from work. And then on our way
I
home.
saw Gag,
Yeah, we saw Gag and
Oh, okay.
who else was it? Illiterate.
Illiterates, and Necro Heads, and Little Angels.
Oh, okay.
Super cool punk shit.
Yeah.
And like we were on our way home, Eric was driving, and like as we were about to hit the border between Pennsylvania and West Virginia, we ran into a deer
Ooh.
Yeah,
Was
on
it
the
bad?
driver's side.
I mean-
70 miles an hour. Just didn't even see it. We were just driving. It just like boom. Like, well, that was a deer.
And the hood went like this.
Yeah,
like,
the hood was all jacked
pointed
up.
in the middle.
The
Didn't go
horn
through
was
the
going
window
off.
or
No,
anything?
we were
No,
super
luckily.
lucky.
God, yeah.
When I hit a deer in Colorado, it shattered the window.
Yeah.
And the car just spun out. And so we were really lucky. And so we're just driving down the freeway waiting for the next exit. And there's a bunch of construction, and the cops are right there. So then they pull us over because my horn's just going off.
Yeah.
And
Everything is
they're like, "Oh, you
leaking."
did hit a deer," and they just followed us to the next hotel, and then the collision place picked up our van, and we stayed there for a day and a half before we got this rental, and we're able to extend it for tour.
Nice.
Yeah, because we were supposed to take that van, and I was actually going home early to attach the trailer hitch so we could have a trailer and we could have room. These guys
Right.
were laying down, maybe bring Rolly, our dog,
Oh, okay.
but it did nope.
Didn't happen, huh?
No, but we were able. It was very, 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 very stressful because we were just all the shows were just getting confirmed and finalized, and we had the zines with all
Right.
the flyers coming. We had our flexis coming. We had all this stuff, and now we don't have a van, and
Yeah.
like, I don't have any money. Like, what the shit?
We're just a
And
bunch
so-
of broke musicians at
Yeah,
this point.
because I just bought all this merch and stuff, and like I don't.
Yeah.
Dang it.
You exhaust everything to even leave, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of people, I think, don't realize about leaving on tour is that, you know, you see bands out on the road, you know, your bigger Mastodons and shit like that. And it's like, yeah, they're living nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They get their own hotel rooms, so watch out, you know? Like,
Yeah.
But for the 90% of us that have done touring, it's a fucking grind to
Yeah.
even get to the point where you can tour. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yep.
It's like a real job. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to really do it for real. Like, you know, it doesn't just get. And even Mastodon, those guys, I mean, they went through all that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah, that does suck because they know they've
Yeah,
done
they
it all.
know, dude.
I mean,
Yeah.
when I saw them the first time, they were at the Smell with Municipal Waste, and like, yeah, they were doing that.
Yeah.
And so that's you just got to do it. But I mean, that's part of it too. Like punk, that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
like doing
you
your own
have to
shit.
love you. There's it.
Yeah.
If you don't love it,
Yeah.
you will be dead in a minute. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You
For
you
sure.
have to do this out of love first.
Yeah.
Because the money
Yeah.
is
It's a
never.
hobby.
If you're
Yeah.
if you're lucky, you break even, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and if you come home with a couple $100 in your pocket, you're like, fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah.
that was a great tour.
If I could
Exactly.
get my records paid for, oh, that'd be sick.
yeah, right.
Like, that's
exactly.
all-
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
I didn't pay for all that shit, that'd be so much cooler.
Right.
It
Like,
would be
that's
really
all
nice
I
if we
want.
sold out of all of our shirts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right.
But
yeah.
we've had to
we,
repress
we,
them a couple
yeah,
times.
we've been pressing them on tour.
Oh, have you? That's
Yeah, I
good,
brought
man.
the screen with us. We sold out.
And also,
And,
that was another thing is we had to make those right before we left too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Well, I was having
and shit.
screen issues, so I
Yeah.
screen print all of our stuff. I try to, I pick that back up. Kind of, I used to do it a long time ago. You know, that's just part of punk shit. You got to do it. You know,
is, man.
we've all at one point or another screen printed our own stuff. You know, and so just did that again. But my light bulb was jacked up, so it wasn't exposing correctly.
Yeah.
And like it was like 5 tries later, like what the shit?
Dude.
What is happening? And then I finally realized it was the light bulb, so I just exposed it double as long, and it was like, let's see if that works. And it was an hour before we were leaving.
Wow.
And so I just washed it out, and it still didn't really work. So
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like rubbing it, like okay, and then it's fine. Put it in the sun, and then we just screen printed and hit the road.
So are you guys are screen printing your own shirts on tour while
Yeah,
you're
Yeah.
we did
running
it.
out?
We
We
did
did
it
it in
once
Boise.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the punkest shit I've ever
Well,
heard.
because we didn't have enough money. We only had $80.
I got
That was
you.
we got
Yeah.
$80 before we leave. We got this rental. It's got a full tank of gas. That's a good start. You know, and like so we just picked up some shirts and undershirts from Target.
Yeah.
they're 10 for $20 or
Fuck
whatever,
yeah,
and
man.
just printed them. And then we went when we got to Boise, we had sold out of our other shirts that we still had, and most of those. And so we bought more shirts and just printed them right there on the spot.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's-
Eric was printing them
Yeah.
like by the entrance of the show, so everybody got to see us making
awesome.
them.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
like drying them with the heat gun, like in the next part of it
That's
with all
rad.
the other
Yeah.
merch
If
behind
you-
me.
If you come prepared, it's not bad. And
Yeah.
like when we did the trash tour, we just had a stencil. And
Oh,
we would
really?
spray paint people's shirts.
Oh,
And then when we
awesome.
sold enough merch, we bought shirts at $1 in San Jose. We
Right.
bought $1 a shirt, or it was a dollar store, whatever. We bought a bunch of shirts and just spray painted them in the parking lot and
That's
sold out of those because they were $1 a piece. So we sold them for $5 and just
Yeah.
so people had them. Like,
Yeah,
that's
shirt for
sick.
$5. You're like, yep, no problem.
It's spray painted sick. You
So
know?
what's the routing on the tour? You guys left from Ohio. Are you doing a full U.S. or what are you guys doing?
It's ending up that way. I mean, because
Oh,
we're
really?
we're just barged out, you know, because I work a pretty crazy schedule with my job, and
Mm-hmm.
so I have to do these kind of things during holidays so
Right.
that I have enough vacation time to be able to make it work.
Right.
Like if I didn't have those 3 days for Thanksgiving, I wouldn't be able to go.
Mm-hmm.
But so we organized it around being here in town for that to just see our family, because everybody gets together, whether you disagree, agree, or whatever. Everybody
Right.
has food. Everybody eats.
Right.
And, you know, that's the whole tour was No Thanks 2021.
Right.
You know, because it's you know, fuck all colonizers and all that. But,
Yeah.
you know, it's pretty bullshit. But we're all here having you know, visiting our family. We're eating. So
Yeah.
where it's the yeah.
Yeah, Thanksgiving is a pretty tainted holiday,
It
right?
sucks.
For real.
It sucks.
I mean,
It
like,
sucks.
the
It's
more
like
that
Christmas.
we learn.
Like,
I know,
But-
it's just the worst, man.
Yeah.
You know,
But-
what you find out what happened. And I
Yeah.
read, I just read a book. It's, God damn it, I'm going to forget the title. Something of the Rising Moon. It was fucking incredible, but it was an account. And it was, you know, obviously we know the atrocities that, you know, what happened to the Native American people and all that stuff, you know. But this is a book on the account of, like, the Native Americans that would war against each other, you know what I mean? And some of the fucking
I have
account-
this book too.
Do you? What? I can't. Do you remember the name?
Harvest of the Blood Moon?
That's right,
maybe,
yeah,
or
something like
something.
that.
I think it's something like
It's
that. I
fucking
don't remember
brutal,
the title
dude.
Yeah.
Like
either.
some of the stories
very
of the
good.
people that were kidnapped by the Native American, and I'm not saying anything bad at all. It's just the way it was.
Yeah.
But the fucking stories are brutal. Dude.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
what they would do to each
Yeah.
other's tribes, like dragging their babies behind horses into cactus fields and shit. And you're like,
Jeez.
what the fuck?
That's
dude?
brutal.
It's crazy.
American history is brutal.
It's gnarly.
All
Yeah,
brutal,
every
yeah.
direction you look, it's
Yeah,
gnarly.
yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And you know, obviously, just by us showing up, essentially, you know, we fucking killed 90% of them. You know what I mean?
Christ.
But,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a weird holiday, but man,
yeah.
that food, you know
It's
what I mean?
Yeah.
What's up, guys? This week's podcast is sponsored by the Garage Bar, 1091 Scandia Avenue, Ventura, California. A beautiful spot, a new spot. If you want drinks, if you want good vibes, you want good times, you want a bunch of cool fucking people, bartenders that know what they're doing, that can actually make decent cocktails, run by decent humans. This guy right here, Jay, hit him with the specials.
So on Monday, we do industry night. On Tuesday, we're doing Taco Tuesdays with trivia. Bring a group of friends by, come hang out, have a good time, get a good deal on tacos, 3 tacos and a beer for $10. You can't beat that. Wednesday, we have Blues ran by Randy Marin. You can give him a call. Look us up on our social media, the Garage Bar Ventura. You can get the information there to check it out. Thursdays, we're just hanging out and chilling. We got stuff going on. Come by and see what's happening. Fridays, we're going to be starting karaoke this weekend. We're going to have karaoke at the Garage Bar now. And then on Saturdays, we're starting with different live bands, and we're working on doing stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun and funky reggae, light music, fun stuff. Something you can bring your mama to. Soul Sundays, we got me, DJ also, Clark bringing it up in the back end because that's what Clark likes to do. We do Soul Sundays. We got Karina's next door to us doing a good brunch burger and different specials for food. And you can swing by and grab some food from them, come out next to us and get a couple cocktails, hang out, start your Sunday right. Again, all our social media is the Garage Bar Ventura. We really appreciate you guys coming by and hope to see you soon.
All right. Enjoy the episode.
Well, and then to
so-
have COVID on top of all that,
Right,
that
right.
makes for some
But-
uncomfortable
Yeah.
Uh,
So
dinner conversations.
Yeah.
we started that as kind of like we're gonna do the No Thanks show in Oxnard on the yesterday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
And you know, get all our friends to play because that was what we would do with Trash, just have all our friends play, get to see everybody, and then we kind of reverse engineered it from that.
Oh, okay.
So we did. We left from Ohio, did St. Louis, Denver, Salt Lake, Boise, Tacoma. Had a day off. San Jose, which was super sick.
Oh,
And
really?
So cool.
And
San
then-
Jose was good?
Yeah, it
Very
was so
cool.
good. Like it was like I didn't know what to expect because we played in San Jose. We played in a preschool and it was fun.
Yeah.
As well.
And it was cool. And it was
Oh, really? On a
Tuesday,
Tuesday? Yeah, that's a
And
rough
so
day,
it was
too.
like
Yeah.
I knew San Jose's cool, but that was pre-COVID, and like I don't know what's going on. And they were really struggling to get a venue, especially in Oakland. But we had when I put out our dates, I was like, hey, I want to play all ages, and like. If you can't, you can't. Like we played Gigi's yesterday,
Right.
and a day before yesterday, and we couldn't. We just weren't able
can't
to
do
make
it.
it happen. And
Yeah.
and at some of the venues, things were just kind of falling apart, and so we couldn't really get a show in Oakland that was all ages. And the place we had that was all ages kind of said, oh, you know, we're not comfortable doing shows at the
Right.
last second, so we. Clint from Isotope and Deathgrave and Owl and everything, A&S and Acquisition,
everything
everything.
ever,
Um,
yeah.
was like, yeah, we should do it in San Jose. Like, that's going to be sick. It'll be all ages. It'll be a lot of fun. And it ended up being
good.
It was
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, it was at this place called Uproar Brewing Company.
Okay.
But it was an
And-
arcade, too.
nice.
It was sick.
Yeah, it was a really cool spot.
Yeah.
And they had good food, too. But, so it was great. And we played with Heavy Stench and Monofico.
Okay.
And the whole show was epic. It was sick.
I'd say
It
that's
was
one of our
super fun.
favorite spots from tour.
So
Yeah.
far, yeah.
That in Denver.
And then
Denver's always
Denver
good.
was
Where'd you
sick.
guys
We
play
played
in Denver?
it was the what is it?
Mutiny Information
Cafe.
Yeah, man.
So it's
Like a
like comic
bookstore.
books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regular
Speaking of
books.
Denver, did you guys hear about Garrett from Planes passing?
Mistaken for Stars?
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
think
he's been battling cancer for
scrolling,
like
I
the
think I
last
saw something.
3-4
Yeah.
years, and
that sucks.
he just fucking passed away
Yeah.
like a couple days ago, man. It's such
Damn,
a
dude.
heartbreaker. We
Yeah.
played with him so many times.
Yeah, I remember.
We had such a good relationship with those guys. Man.
Yeah. It's always a bummer.
And he has got kids. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's just
fuck.
like fuck,
Yeah,
man.
that's no
it's just
fun.
such a bummer.
That's no fun. And,
Yeah.
that's the tough thing about life is that's going to happen.
I know. Yeah, the more
Literally, no
people
matter
we
what.
meet, you know.
The more people you meet, and just as longer you live, that's just what happens.
And it has nothing to do with
Inevitable.
you being a great person or not. You know?
Yeah,
No.
you could be the best. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any
my
difference.
wife, my mom
Cancer
had
doesn't give a
cancer.
shit.
Fucking, you know what I mean? All
Yeah.
the greatest humans I've ever met, and that fucking cancer, dude.
Yeah, doesn't care.
Doesn't give a shit how
No
cool
shit,
you are.
no
How
fucks
many
given.
punk points you got? Nothing. You know what I
it's,
mean?
it's like a H.P. Lovecraft, like
cosmic horror or
it's
something.
cosmic horror that doesn't give
No
a
luck
fuck.
involved.
It doesn't give a
It's
fuck.
fucking Cthulhu.
Yeah, it doesn't care. You're good, you're bad. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter. You're all
Yeah.
dead. You're insignificant. That's it.
Right, it is. It is fucking. It's sad, man. But
Yeah.
So San Jose's killer, Denver's killer.
Yeah,
How
the-
was the show at
we-
Gigi's? Was it okay?
It was fun. It was fun.
Okay,
It was
that's
fun.
good.
I mean, because it's the Friday or Wednesday before
I know,
Thanksgiving.
it's gonna be a
so-
tough
And it was
pull
super
anyway.
last minute, and it was not all ages, which we were really pushing for. And and it's the day before Thanksgiving, and as much as we're like literally we're here because of it, everybody's
Yeah.
like, no, we're traveling, we're going to our, and
Yeah.
well, so are we, I guess.
We kind of did struggle a little bit to get bands to
Yeah,
stick
to
on the
bands that
bill
would
for
play.
a
Yeah.
while because everybody would
Yeah.
be like, "Oh yeah, sure," and then they look at
What
the
day it
schedule with
actually was.
everybody,
Right,
and
right.
they'd be like, "Oh
I'm
no."
driving to Denver
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's a tough day to fucking pull
Yeah,
a show.
it's tough,
You know what
and
I mean?
like just the week is tough. Like even like I lost my credit card, and I was like, shit, it's Wednesday night, and tomorrow's Thanksgiving, and then the next day's Black Friday, and then it's the weekend. Like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
But actually, I was able to call, and they gave me a digital thing, which is technology.
Oh,
Sick,
yeah.
dude. If that would have happened just 10
Yeah,
years
you're
ago,
fucked.
I was like, all right, well.
Yeah.
I guess we're in California now.
Fuck.
And,
Man.
like,
How'd you
that's-
lose your credit card?
I left it at the
Just
last
left it somewhere,
hotel.
yeah.
I left
We were
it.
in
The guy
Monterey.
was we stayed in Monterey on the beach for these guys so they could see it.
Okay.
And like I just left it.
That's a
And it's just we were
that's
just
fucking.
it's that guy was all disheveled too, and like I barely got my license back, and I wasn't really paying attention. It was
Yeah.
super late, so
It
whatever.
makes me think about like what would we do if it was the time before cell phones? Or
Oh,
what
my
would
God.
we do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
did you guys ever experience the
I
calling
did.
cards? You did, like
I
using
did.
the calling cards
Oh.
on the payphones
I didn't
and shit?
personally, but my
the
friends
very
did.
God,
first
dude.
tour I did.
It was a different fucking world
oh yeah,
back then.
the
man.
very first tour I did.
How did that work exactly?
So you
Oh,
had
okay.
like, I mean, there was ways to get around it. I didn't tour. I think I did like one tour where we had to use them. You know what I mean? Before cell phones were kind of a thing.
You prepay it, right?
You prepay on a card. It gives you X amount of minutes. You fucking go to a payphone. You have to dial this code, this number, and then this code, and then the fucking phone number. It's a whole deal. But then there was a way you could kind of fucking rig it. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly how it happened. But you could rig the calling card and do like these sneaky little codes and fucking get free calls. But back in the
because you
day,
do it like an
Cheat code.
emergency call.
yeah,
or
you could do
something,
like
or
an
a
emergency
cheat
call,
code,
right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, you've probably never gotten a call from a prison or like a collect. Have you
Yeah,
ever gotten
right.
collect
Yeah.
calls?
Yeah, I have.
Right. So we would communicate
Portugal
like
called
that. Like, we would go on a collect call to like someone who we were playing a show. Like, if we're gonna be an hour late, we'd fucking call the phone number. And in the part where you're supposed to leave your name, you'd go, "Hey, it's Craig from fucking blah blah blah. We're gonna be an hour late."
That's it.
Yeah.
Like that
So
was
then
how
you
you
wouldn't have-
communicated. Like
Yeah, yeah.
you didn't have any other way to,
Yeah.
if you didn't have
And-
fucking $2.50 to make a phone call,
And you hope
Yeah.
that they
hope
answer.
they got it.
Like, you hope they got it, and then you just show up. Yeah, the very first
Yeah.
tour we did on Book Your Own Fucking Life. That's how
Yeah.
I got all the
Yeah.
shows, and basically just sent out like 40 packets
Right.
and got 6 shows or like
Totally,
8
man.
shows or something. And then we're just like using the payphones, calling these people like, "Hey, we're lost."
You're just on
like, we have a map. Like,
Yeah,
we
Thomas Guide.
Well, we
Yeah.
had MapQuest. That was the first year we had MapQuest, and it was like But it's just like if you miss the turn, that's it.
Yeah,
it doesn't
exactly.
recalc.
No,
like
no,
you're
no.
just like that's what happened to us in Seattle. We missed the turn and just were lost in Seattle and missed the show. We were supposed to play with Iron Lung, Hellshock, Vinton Toten.
No.
We were opening that show, but they were super nice. When we got there, they were like, "Oh, we'll get you in for free. Here's your drink tickets. That super sucks, but like
Aw.
the show's
We're
going.
not gonna wait
like,
for it.
yeah, no, we're
Especially with
going.
Iron Lung playing.
Well, and Hellshock and
Yeah,
and it
totally,
was
man.
well, it was the show right before we crossed the border into Canada for the big fest, Distort Vancouver Fest
Mm-hmm.
that we were all playing. But it was just like, we
Yeah.
just got lost and missed the show. That
If
was
you
it.
miss the shit, you
That
missed
was
it. You know
That
what I
was
mean? I remember like just booking tours and being like, you know, it was like you could get an email in maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not everyone was using this. Is, you know, early 2000s, late 90s, you know what I mean? And
Message
not
boards.
yeah,
like
A&M or AI, what is it, AIM or what's the fuck?
AIM
yeah,
Messenger?
AOL
Yeah,
Messenger.
yeah, it was like
AOL.
that. You could communicate on that
on
a little
dial-up.
bit. But you would book a whole fucking tour and just like on a wing and a prayer. You know what I mean? That you
just show up. I
that
have
you
no
just
idea.
show up and be like, we have no idea. Like now you kind of know what it's going to
I
look
can-
like.
I can
you can
look
go
up
like,
the
okay, I've gotten
plays.
very little response from this guy.
Yeah.
The show's probably going to be shit. You know what I mean? You can kind of count on that stuff now. Back then, dude, it was like
I don't
you
know.
had no fucking idea. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
But
no
then
idea.
Also, those relationships that you made with those people though are like forever.
Yeah,
Like,
that is
like,
true, yeah.
now
They
you're,
meant more, it
It's
seemed
like,
like.
pen pals. Like
Yeah.
now you're, it's like
Yeah.
Brian Skiffington. That was from Sidetrack. That's kind of how we hooked up, and he was at our Tacoma show. But it was just
Yeah.
the other day, and like 15, 20 years ago, we were booking shows that way, 2004, 2005.
Right.
And so, and we're still buds, because
yeah,
of it.
it
We're
made,
like,
it made a big difference
Yeah.
when a band would just come. You know what I mean?
you're like
We-
staying at their house. I don't know these people.
Yeah, in Montalvo, we would have guys stay at our house all the time, and it was like, you have the few hospitality. You make them food. You fucking at least give them a floor to sleep on. No one. I never had anyone bitch about the accommodations. They were just happy to not
There's
sleep
a floor,
in the fucking
sick.
van.
Yeah,
Totally.
Yeah, and it was Hummingbird House, right?
Yeah.
So that's not bad right there. I mean, it's
No,
and
as
the
far as
liquor store's
neighborhoods
right there.
go, yeah. I mean, it was
comfortable. It's not Oakland.
No,
but-
not even
No.
close. Yeah.
but it's like comfortable spot, and the
Yeah.
house is that's
Yeah,
a
it was
comfortable spot,
nice.
and it's kind of a party kind of house,
Yeah.
chilling house.
Yeah, there was always people there. There was always something to do. Actually, speaking of planes, we were they stayed at our house, and we got hammered, dude. And I think they ended up, I think it was Neil's, the bass player's like first round with them. And they had this tradition where they'd give you like a prison tattoo,
Yeah.
so they took a razor blade and they carved
Oh.
fucking their symbol
Yeah.
in your arm, and then they'd fucking put cigarette ash in it. You know what I mean? So they ended up doing it at the house and shit.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
so
gosh.
awesome.
But there were some wild times at that fucking house.
Yeah, yeah.
I bet.
Is this your guys' first? I remember you saying this is the first time on the West Coast, huh?
Yeah.
Is
was
it yours
first time
too,
on the
or-
West Coast.
Yes, it is.
Really?
That's
That's amazing.
It's been great. I'm just a little nervous.
Talking
about
to the
next few. I'm just a little nervous about the next few shows because last night I reached into my bag and grabbed my razor, split like all of my skin off of my finger.
Oh,
here.
that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah,
No
that's fun.
fingerprint.
It'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Well, that's good though. At least you can get away with some shit.
Super glue. Hopefully, I'll be able to hold on to the sticks.
Yeah, just wear some gloves, dude. Go
Be
like
fine.
full.
I said that too.
Yeah.
I brought some winter gloves.
Well, I got some neoprene ones you can take with you. So you know what I mean? Some
Yeah.
like work gloves.
Yeah.
They probably work good, dude. Yeah,
Never
but I
lose
mean
your
that's
sticks.
part injuries,
it's-
man.
Yeah, it's tour.
The
Just keep
injuries,
rolling.
man. Yeah,
Duct
just
tape.
keep on
Good to
rolling.
go.
It didn't hurt. I was just instantly pissed.
Yeah. Oh no, it's always you never
Ah!
do anything cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I didn't hurt my finger fucking
Yeah.
fighting for someone or
Yeah,
it's like
I
you
slammed
always-
my hand in the door.
Yeah,
It was stupid. I did it to
never anything
myself.
cool. How are you
Whatever.
guys enjoying the West Coast in the winter though?
So beautiful.
It's amazing, right?
And it's warm.
Yeah. It's warm.
we
Not
go to-
only warm but hot,
Yeah,
Right.
it's a warm day today.
It's a lot better than Ohio winters.
I bet it is, yeah. Yeah.
Well, you're
very
in northeastern
beautiful out
Ohio, so it's a little rougher too.
Yeah. And I've always loved the ocean, but I've never been to the Pacific Ocean before, so that's been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been to the Atlantic? It's way better, right? The Pacific?
Yeah, I think
Way
so,
fucking
too.
better. Yeah.
It's like bluer. The
Yeah, it
color's
looks
better. It's
better,
not
like, the
brown.
Atlantic
Yeah,
looks
it's not
kind
shit
of,
touching
like,
you while
brown.
Yeah, all brown, no waves.
I've never been golfing Mexico.
Rocks,
though.
just like.
Yeah, that's another level, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I went there the last time, there had just been a tornado, so it was all brown.
Yeah.
and it was like they were like, normally it's crystal clear. I'm like, well,
Is it?
this is sick though. I'm
Is it
still.
though?
We had a race that started on the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
And like you saw the video. We were staying in a spa. Like
Yeah.
I was working this event, and then yeah, that was still
The place was gorgeous. It looked like a honeymoon suite, and he had it all to himself.
Yeah.
It was so
Oh,
jealous.
because they're just like,
I was
oh,
so
here's your room
pissed.
key, and I'm like, oh, sick. But yeah, and then just like door open onto the Gulf Coast. But yeah, I mean it in Mexico, but
It's gorgeous
It was just
down there.
brown, and they're like, it's normally beautiful.
Yeah,
but
until you get there after a rainstorm.
yeah, until
Right.
there was a
Yeah, we
tornado
played
or
in
hurricane.
we would play in Pensacola,
Yeah.
Florida, on the other side
The
of the
other
Gulf.
side, yeah.
And you'd get there and you'd be like, this is the most gorgeous fucking thing. Pure white sand beach,
Yeah.
crystal clear water. But then it's 120 degrees and it's also 105% humidity.
Yep.
And then there's jellyfish stinging you at every
Yeah.
fucking moment of the day.
And there's gators, and
Yeah,
there's
you're
like-
it's okay, all right,
It's all right.
fuck, man.
Yeah.
Can't hide from the jellyfish.
No, you can't. They're like this big and they'll fuck you up.
They
dude.
get you, and they're just on the sand too. You can
Yeah, they're
step
on the
'em.
sand. They're
Yeah,
everywhere, dude.
yeah.
Like I remember, like one point, I'm like swimming, my mouth open. You're like, like I see them just float right by my face. I'm like, no. You know, my buddy Matt Barks got
Yeah.
stung, and we spent about a week trying to piss on his legs when he wasn't looking.
Oh, I
You know
was
what
gonna say, did that happen?
I've been
Oh, you
stung
would
a few times by jellyfish,
Yeah.
but never that bad.
No,
No.
it just hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a bee sting or something.
Yeah, it was definitely annoying, dude. I mean, you know,
Oh,
but you know, the Ventura, especially West Coast beaches, dude, it's hard to argue with.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Well, we got the islands, so it
Yeah.
brings the cold water in, so we don't get sharks, and we don't
Right.
have all that other stuff going on, and
Yeah, it's beautiful. Dude.
and that's what makes the weather so beautiful out here, and that's the bummer too. Is the farmlands getting built on the whole time, but that's always
Right.
been happening in Oxnard or Ventura. But it's just
Yeah.
like when you're not here for a couple of years, you're like, oh jeez.
Yeah, you really notice it when you come
Yeah.
back.
The
golden
It's been-
China's
It's
gone.
wild.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Golden China. Yeah, it's a trend. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say because, you know, as far as development and shit, they're going to keep taking more
It's
and
just
more
the way
and
it
more
is.
and more.
That's-
You know, they just opened that big Amazon fucking
Oh yeah.
building there off Del Norte, and it was like they want to fucking connect the runway from there to the Camarillo airport.
Oh
you know?
wow.
Of course they do.
Yeah, why wouldn't they? You know what I mean?
I mean, they could probably do like a little fast transit thing,
I'm sure, dude.
like a
I
little,
don't know. You
just
know?
the trucks go. Who knows?
But you know, you can't fight with
Industry,
Bezos
man.
money, dude.
Yeah,
No,
I
you
mean, that's
can't.
industry. That's how it's always been. I mean, like with the roads expanding across the country, it was the same thing. You know,
Yeah.
where that's why they're doing it, is to get us to spend money and to transport goods.
Yeah.
Yep, they have
And-
to justify their wages somehow, so they're always going to be building and taking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know?
infrastructure is a different animal. You need it. There's just
Yeah,
more
yeah,
fucking people.
absolutely. And you with your
Yeah. I mean, that's what I made my career on. Yeah, but it's also all union wages. It's fucking
Sick.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's all that federal shit and all that. all
Yeah,
that
you were
stuff is
telling
all-
me about the things you were doing. So what have you been doing?
Well, so I mean, I spent many years doing construction, building freeways and bridges and roads. I was grading dirt for my union, and then now I work for my union as a teacher, like an instructor. So I teach people how to read grade and check grade, read plans, run bulldozers and fucking excavators, all that.
Hell
kind of
yeah.
shit.
Super
So it's been
cool.
really nice.
Heavy metal.
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. There's many times where I'm listening to Body Farm on a bulldozer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then
Why I'm knocking down trees because fuck nature.
my dude. What about tongue? Right?
Yeah. We're playing. You know.
You couldn't play the other day.
No, yeah,
Some people
all,
out of town.
yeah.
The
The guys,
holiday. Yeah.
you know, all three of us have kids,
Yeah,
multiple
yeah.
kids, so
Multiple
it's
kids,
a
yeah.
fucking holidays
Dad
are a
rat.
wrap. We actually just
yeah.
played. We just started playing again when COVID got. We just played in Pasadena
Nice.
the other day, which was like our first really LA show since.
Nice.
I was in a band called the Fucking Wrath for years that we toured a lot, but I took a few years off to get my career and shit going, to help get these kids not keep them alive. You know what I mean? And then I just started playing again in that other band and Tongue. And so we just played our first show in LA. It was fucking absolutely LA. It was
Sick.
cool
Very
but
LA.
weird.
But kind of weird.
You know what I mean? I kind of talked about it on the last podcast. But, you know, we had a Black Sabbath band open the show,
Nice.
which is like in theory really cool. You
Yeah.
know what I
Right.
mean? But when they play for an hour,
Oh,
and then fucking, you know what I mean? They're 30 minutes into our set by the time they get off,
Oh,
and then of
jeez.
course the promoter like. You know, he's telling them to stop, and they're basically telling them to fuck off. You know what I mean?
what
I'm
do you
like,
do?
I'm like,
I've
well,
seen
I
that
know what
shit
I would
before.
do.
Just
Yeah.
turn it off.
Yeah, and I kept
Honestly.
calling the
Well, that's-
singer. I kept calling the singer Bob Halford because he looked like Rob Halford's, but he wasn't there yet. You know what I mean? Like he was,
He
almost
was like
there.
the Winco brand.
Yeah, totally. and then he would yell, "Let's go, Brandon!" in between.
Oh,
everything.
Yes.
no.
Oh, my God.
Oh, so tacky.
Oh my
Hell yeah.
So tacky.
Awesome.
That's so good.
Sabbath.
But yeah, it was interesting, man. It's been nice to
Sounds
play
like
though.
it.
You know?
Hell yeah.
Excited
taking-
to be in LA for the first time today.
Yeah,
we're going.
you guys are gonna have a different experience. You know,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Where are
Well,
you guys playing?
First Street Pool and Billiards in Boyle Heights.
Okay, maybe not. Yeah. Yeah. No, if it's in Boyle Heights, it's punk.
It's
as
gonna
fuck,
be
dude.
sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
it's
playing
gonna
with
be
Living
sick.
Alive.
Oh, okay.
It's super sick. Self Sabotage.
Nice.
Cancer Christ.
Nice.
We're
Death,
playing with Cancer Christ.
Cancer Christ.
That's cool.
Death Gang.
Okay.
And Red Supergiant, which is like they're kind of like stoner rock.
Okay.
Like, so it's a mixed bill. Like Death,
that's
Death
rad.
Gang is kind of like a dancey goth band, kind of. Cancer Christ is just kind of fucking gnarly.
Yeah.
Man,
Really gnarly.
You better
to
be
point.
if your name's Cancer.
dude,
Christ.
it's so gnarly. Like
have
has
a
a
blowtorch.
flamethrower, and he's
Oh,
like
nice.
like just like Jesus, but like just blood all over him, and this big old beard,
Right.
like big beard, and like lizard people in the band, and like it's
Nun
so sick.
costumes.
It's so
That's
so
sick.
good.
I'm so excited,
Fuck yeah,
and he's
man.
stoked on shit. Like I met him a couple weeks ago when I was here for work at a surfboard show, and
Mm-hmm.
Wacko played, and he was just like, "You're the guy that draws the flyers from Ohio, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, my band wants to play your show." I'm like, "Okay."
Sweet,
And so
dude.
we got him on,
Hell
and he's
yeah.
like, "Fuck yeah!" And he's just like stoked on it,
That's
and
rad, man.
but he's like so pushing the scene. I think, especially on like that, like not shitty end, but like that side of punk, like
Right.
where it's just like playing in alleys and stuff, which is fucking sick.
Yeah, they played in
Totally.
the
And just
LA
pushing
River,
hard.
like in the ditch.
Oh, really?
That
Like
was
with-
that
awesome.
show. That was that
Yeah.
big show.
Oh.
That first one, like where Madball did it, and it was
Right.
not cool. But then they did it like a week later, and it was
Right.
super cool.
Was
Well,
that the one where
wasn't-
all the kids were there?
Yes,
Like,
yeah. Well, like
600
Anthony
plus-
was there.
Wasn't
like,
Def
the
Club
cops
playing
came.
too?
Kellen was there, right?
Kellen was absolutely
I
there.
did the videos from
Def
that
Club
show
played the
were
next one
nuts,
after. Oh,
dude.
okay.
Yeah, but that was Self Sabotage's first show.
Okay.
And
okay.
so and so
that was their first show.
that was their first
Good
show.
God.
Yeah. And so then Living Alive is like those guys. It's like they've played out here a handful of times.
Yeah.
Skate Thrash,
Yeah.
Wowie, and Allian, and those guys. I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's gonna be. I
It'll
mean,
be
they're
fun,
like
at
it's gonna
least.
be super. It's gonna be
Yeah.
gnarly.
That'll be a much different deal than what.
Much
we
different
did,
vibe
you
than
know?
you had, for sure. I think so.
And it wasn't bad. It was just
Yeah, like,
Kind of
alright.
weird.
I just you're like of all the year. There's a reason I live here and not in LA, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's there's a lack of authenticity in some of those parts of LA, and you
Yeah.
meet some really killer, authentic people out there. Of
Yeah,
course,
but they're not from there usually.
they're usually not from there, right? Totally.
Are they from the like Reseda
Surrounding
or, like,
areas,
Yeah,
the Boyle Heights
yeah,
areas.
Boyle
you know?
Heights. They're from
Yeah.
somewhere that's not
Riverside.
downtown LA.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's it'll be fun, dude. I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then right after that, we got a 14-hour drive to Albuquerque, hitting that. That's gonna be
Hmm. That's
fun. We're doing a house show there, so that'll be cool. And then Oklahoma City, we're playing with Big Laugh there, which they're from Wisconsin. That's gonna be sick. Really excited about that show. And then the last show's in Nashville at Dark Matter.
Beautiful.
Which that's the third face. I gotta put the shirt on and
There you go.
represent.
That's right.
That's their venue, and that's gonna be a really cool show too. And then just driving home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then chilling for the holidays, hopefully.
Yeah.
Right back to work for me.
For you, yeah, because you run around with motorcycles,
Dirt bikes.
dirt bikes, right?
Yeah. I do off-road motorcycles, and so I travel a lot. And this time of season is the end of the season, so it's
Right.
awards banquets and rules meetings and district meetings and all
Okay.
kinds. So, this time of season, summer is like the lull because we're normally kind of taking off racing a little bit. There's
Right,
a couple
right.
races because it's just too hot.
It's just too fun.
But at the end of the season is when we're getting ready for next year. All the banquets are happening. All the series are winding down, and so it's super, super, super busy.
Yeah.
But
Don't we have a show like December 3rd?
But yeah, like
after
right when we get back, we have a show.
Yeah.
In
um,
Cleveland?
In Cleveland.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then with Pillars, and that'll be our
okay.
first show.
So
in a
how's
long
the
time.
Cleveland
Awesome.
scene? I mean,
It's
is
good.
Is it going off?
It's
They
good.
go
Well,
hard.
Do they?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was just this article about Ohio versus hardcore, or whatever, the Bandcamp article that just came out with
Okay.
Rejoice and In Love, and I'm trying
For
to
your health.
holler. I'm trying to name drop all of them because they name dropped us,
Yeah,
which
of
was
course,
sick.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Circus and who else?
But there's a thriving scene
Slug.
over there.
Yeah,
Slug, yeah.
and there's a lot of, I mean, like, because we have like Sanguisuga Bog, 200 Stab Wounds and stuff like that. So we've
Okay.
got a death metal scene, which is sick.
Okay.
But I think when we moved there, the hardcore scene, I mean, it was happening, but everybody kept going like, oh, it was so much better, and we're like, this is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this. Is sick. There's shows all the time.
And it's
Yeah.
like a mixture. It's not just one direction as far as the
okay.
music scene is
Yeah.
concerned. Like there's a lot of like funky DIY like indie bands. There's
Yeah.
you know
There's a
hardcore
lot of
punk.
very
There's
interesting
metal.
music in
Really?
Columbus. Yeah,
Pretty
there
mixed.
really
Because
is.
you always
Yeah.
back in the day, it was always like
per whatever town you were in, there was like a specific
sure,
vibe.
like Akron.
And
or
I've
like-
seen over the years, like it's exploded into everyone does everything. now,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
But I mean, you still have like Midnight and Nunslaughter and
Right,
stuff like that from
right.
Cleveland and like
Yeah.
bands like that. But there's definitely their pockets. But I think just with the internet, you know, it's not just what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's like what we're all doing. Like, I want to start a band like that. And then
Are you
just
guys
do-
experiencing that, like as you go out now, where there's like more bands that are not one genre anymore? Like they incorporate like a lot of
Oh,
shit
yeah.
into there.
Oh, yeah.
Because it seems to be like a product of the youth at this point. You know what I mean?
It seems like most of like the fastcore bands or grindcore bands have other.
Other elements,
Elements,
right?
yeah.
Yeah,
It's a trip,
definitely.
dude.
Well, that's like what Gulch talks about. Like, it's because that's why I think they're as big as they are. It's
Right.
just brutal. But they are like the bands that people say they sound like they're. We don't even listen to those bands. We listen to all these other bands.
Totally, yeah.
And we incorporate all these other things.
Yeah.
And I think it's similar to like when, you know, early punk was not inspired by anything, and the next
Right.
punk was inspired by this, and the next punk was inspired by this. I think now we're seeing, you know, because with social media and all that, and just the internet, we can listen to anything.
Anything you
I can
want,
listen.
yeah.
It's not like because remember I used to come into the record store and say, "Hey, what should I buy?" Because I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and you're like Black Math Horseman. You showed me that.
Oh,
And
did
then-
I?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
And
okay.
because it was just
Yeah.
that day. You're like, "Oh yeah, this came in or whatever." And then
Yeah.
I did the same thing to Nick Manassian and John Carrar at Salzer's. Like, "Hey, what
Right.
should I buy?" And
Yeah.
because I don't know, and they're like, "Oh, this new Torch record," or like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this Giant Squid," or like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And but now with the internet, it's just like you might also like, and then it's like, you know,
Mm-hmm. Your algorithm
Jerusalem.
dictates your likes
Yeah,
now,
that's how I
yeah.
found
For real.
Jerusalem. That's how I
Okay.
found like
Yeah.
Josephus. That's because Amazon was like, "Hey, you
Yeah.
might like this too. If you like
Yeah.
Captain Beyond, you also
Jeff
like
Bezos
this."
is all. Have you ever heard of this?
Jerusalem.
yeah, totally. Yeah, but it is weird because I see it with my daughter and my kids. Like, you know, and I've said this numerous times on the podcast, but I made my whole entire identity off of a genre of music.
Single
You know what I
genre,
mean?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
punk, metal, fucking
Yeah.
whatever. You know, like Wrath was one of the early bands to incorporate like D-beat with stoner metal, like stoner rock, you know, many years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought that was like interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'd never really heard it done like that. You had stoner bands, you had
Yeah.
fucking D-beat bands, you
Yeah,
know, but
yeah.
I wanted a band that sounded like Tragedy and also Sleep. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Which was
War
sick.
collapse.
yeah, well, yeah, War
Yeah.
Collapse. You know, this is pre them, but yeah,
Pre them, and well, about
Yeah.
the same time as Cursed, right? I mean, you guys
Yeah,
did
Cursed
you
was
guys
about-
toured together, right?
We
Or you
played
did
some shows together, yeah. We played at the
That's
Beacon.
how I heard about them.
Yeah,
was
they were
because y'all played with them, and they
incredible.
were sick.
God, they were incredible.
And then as they
Yeah.
progressed, they sounded just like fucking Wrath.
Well,
Yeah,
I
sick.
don't think so. They went way
I'm
above and
just
beyond
kidding.
what we did. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It was a perfect match.
It's so funny because like I said, I made a whole identity off of punk and DIY culture, and I see it with my kids. Is like they appreciate the shit that I like, and then they also like, you know, like random shit, like, you know, like a 311 song. I'm like, hey, you're not allowed to do that. You can't like that.
You can't
and
like
it's-
that also.
You can't like an ICP song and then also like Surfboard.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
that's
Like,
the
you can't
thing.
do that. She's like, you're out of your mind.
What do you mean? I
Like,
can like
No, no.
everything.
I don't know.
I'm
Am
always-
I?
I mean, listen to Turnstile.
Yeah,
It's
well,
basic. It's the
I-
new 311.
I
That's
can't
what it is.
tell. I can't tell if I hate him or I love him.
I mean,
I
that's
can't
love.
fucking tell.
Ocean loves them,
I'm
and
in
that's
love.
You like it?
That's enough
I think
love.
that
I
I,
like it. It's
identify a lot with the new youth culture of do whatever the
Right.
fuck you want as far
Yeah.
as like the
That's
way that you
right.
dress,
It's
what
like the
music
most
you
punk
listen
shit
to.
ever, I think.
Yeah.
Well, because like I've always personally been like that, and I got a lot of shit from like all
Yeah.
the kids like that I was always around when I was younger because of that, and
Right.
like
Yeah.
with the internet and like you've already discussed, like everything's just coming together, and like they're stealing from like different cultures and like putting it all together, and like I'm all about it. Like
Yeah.
And it's
I
like-
love Turnstile,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
think it's super unfortunate that everyone's going to remember the Oxnard show just because someone shit in the pit.
Was that Oxnard?
That
Yeah,
was
that was
Oxnard.
it.
That was
I
at
thought
the
it was up
OPAC.
north.
No,
It was
No, it was
Oxnard.
at the OPAC.
Yeah, yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was shocked at how many people were there. You
Yeah,
know what
it
I
was
mean?
wild.
The
It was
footage was
awesome.
crazy to
I didn't know
watch.
they were playing there. I was
I
like, oh
didn't
shit.
either. I mean, I didn't even heard of him until
I had
I
known about somebody's
I
shit
thought that
on
was up
Osh
north. I thought
Twitter
that was in
or
San
something.
Jose.
That
You
was
sure?
here.
I-
I think
I
it was here. Yeah,
figured.
No, I don't think it was.
I think it was.
I don't
All right, maybe.
It
I'll
might
have
have
to
been
look
right
into
after. We'll look it up.
We'll look it
again.
up. But I think it was like San Jose.
one
or
right
something
after
like
it,
that.
maybe.
Oxnard's not shitting in the car. I don't
I would hope
Maybe,
not.
But they probably came from San Jose. That's what.
Ooh, someone from out of town. It was an out of town.
Yeah, I thought
No.
it was up north, but,
But Turnstile's sick. But that's you know, there's like the wacko kids. Like they're like clown punks.
Right.
Like they're just like
Yeah.
it's just wild and it's like sick. Like it's not just like
Yeah.
like they got sick back patches still, but like like full on pink, blue, orange, green, glitter. Like,
That's a
fuck
trip.
yeah, it's like David Bowie punk.
Yeah, it's
again.
like youth. I know the youth culture is like taking their own
it's sick.
fucking thing on it. Well, I'm glad at least you're accepting to it.
I love it. Like I'm all about it. Like
us
I
old
feel more.
farts
At,
over here. We're like,
It's
I'm like,
fine.
I don't know.
Well,
I'm like
I mean-
33, so I don't know. I feel like at home with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. Everybody, just as long as they mosh, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
just mosh and play loud. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, that's what's been cool about Ohio too lately, especially with these new bands. Is it's about moshing? Because
Oh, really?
when we first got there, it was like
Two-stepping.
it was like
Oh,
it
no.
was like
That's
it
not
was like
moshing.
either
Like
it was
the
like
karate
either you
punching
floor
shit?
punch.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
a bunch
no.
of that.
It was like either you floor punch or you didn't mosh. That was kind of the
Okay.
dynamic. Is the older guys were like, I don't want to mosh anymore, and then the newer kids were like, we all floor punch, and then it was like, okay.
Literally, the first couple
Fine.
shows that we played in Columbus
got-
ever, I wasn't super into it because everybody just stood there.
Right.
And I could expect that in like places in LA for
Right.
sure because I'd experienced
Well,
that
and we're
before.
spoiled you growing up here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, everybody
It's-
moshes.
everyone's
Yeah.
It seems
dude.
like the younger people mosh a lot more.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like all ages shows usually
Yeah.
have
Oh, yeah.
the best.
My
mosh.
knees
Well, there's a
hurt.
gap,
Yeah.
right? Because all of us old fuck. Me, I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not getting in a pit anymore. I'm good.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've got,
still do.
I've got my pit
Yeah.
fucking
Patches.
patches. I'm good. I'm patched in.
Yeah.
I've hit my pit quota for the year.
Yeah, I still,
I think I did.
Yeah, I still try and get in the pit as much as I can.
Yeah.
I mean, especially I got Steven and Alex, like, kind of ramping it up because they're younger, 30 now,
30. Watch out.
26.
26. So
Yeah.
I'm 38.
Yeah.
So I think you're 37,
9,
38, 39.
39.
You're right. We're right around the same age. So mostly I do it so I can say I'm the oldest one in the pit. That's like
You're
why I
setting
do
the
it. Like, you guys need to start this fucking pit just like this, just like this,
Yeah.
and like
Unlike
so
me.
I try to do that.
I'm
and-
like, no, thank you.
No, thank you. But,
I mean, yeah. That's
and so if they're not going to do it, might as well just like do it like this. And like we were actually set up to make a video just like that Social Distortion documentary, BYO documentary.
Oh, okay.
Can't remember what it's called from
I
the
can't
80s.
either, yeah.
Anyways, where he's like, "This is how you pit, like this. You dance like
Oh,
this."
you're
And we
gonna
were
make
set
your
up.
own?
We had a videographer. we had bands. It was supposed to be with No Moss and us, and then the Closet Witch show. We were going to do it over a couple different shows because we had been having the last couple of shows like it's like
Net-
wild, like
Oh,
wild.
really?
The
Okay.
moshing
Like
came
wild.
back.
It
Nice.
was like, okay, we're ready. Let's do a video of like this
Yeah.
is how you do it. And
But
then
when you
also,
say moshing, you're not saying two-step.
no,
No.
I'm saying all
pit,
of it.
like a
Actual
circle
pit.
pit.
Just
Okay.
going
Nice.
crazy.
They
That's
don't
what
know
I'm
how to
saying.
circle pit because
I
they're
know.
not from the West Coast.
It's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
So weird.
And so
Yeah.
they're just it was getting wild, which was really fun. And so we're like, all right, let's do a video. We go, this is how you do it. And then also we'll be repping Columbus
There
and
you
like
go.
Ohio,
Yeah.
so it'll be like a double, and then repping the bands,
Double
and then we were
rep.
gonna do like kind of like Decline of Western Civilization interviews of like why people mosh and like it was gonna look really cool. And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then all those shows got canceled, and then we didn't play for a
Yeah.
year and a half.
Yeah,
That was
but
sick.
I mean, it's the youth culture. I'm always
Yeah.
so shocked with, man. I mean, especially like you guys are heavily politically driven, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I know lyrically, definitely you are. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
What do the kids give a shit about right now? Like,
They give a shit about
I mean,
so
besides
much.
non-binary and the trans rights and all that stuff. which
Yeah,
is,
I mean, it's such a mixture. I mean, you brought up, queer culture changing and evolving with language and like how people label themselves. But then
Right.
there's also like the fact that abortion is constantly under
Right,
attack,
yeah,
especially in like the Midwest and, places like Texas now. Like right now in Ohio, they just pitched a bill where it would be even more extreme than Texas.
really.
Because they full on want to shut that
Shut it
shit
down.
down.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
like, I would definitely say that like leaving the political bubble that is California and then going out to the Midwest really like radicalized me.
Well, and it makes you see how the rest of the world really
Yeah,
is. The country,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah. And I mean, like traveling for work with Eric before that really showed that to me too, because I would meet working class folks all over the
Yeah,
country
totally.
and like get all their perspectives on everything too.
Right.
But like
Which is
as far as-
important, right? But you are willing to hear the perspective, right?
Yeah, that's the
That's
thing.
what my problem is with the younger cultures. They don't want to hear shit. They won't hear another perspective. They want to shut it down as soon as they hear something they don't like.
I think
You know
that
what
a
I
lot
mean?
of that is just like projected by the internet though too, because I spend so much time on it, like especially now that I'm involved with like
I
TikTok.
still hear so many people just say all the shit that everyone thinks is canceled all the time.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, like in real life.
person to person. But
Yeah.
I know there's a massive difference between what happens online and in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
real world because as a human. You're talking to someone face to face,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
say something you don't agree with.
Yeah.
Are you really that badass where you're gonna go fuck you, you
Yeah.
piece of shit? No,
I'm
you're
gonna
not.
hate
You're
your
gonna jump on the
family.
internet and talk about it later.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the thing is that there is a lot of like open discussion about things taking place. It's just that you have to be like open to hearing it and
Right.
open to talking about it in the first place. Like,
Yeah, but there is some wild shit that happens in
Yeah.
the universities with that
Oh,
kind of
totally.
shit. You're like, that stuff fucking scares me. When you negate conversation and debate and that shit,
Yeah.
like when you don't want to hear it, you're going the same direction as the other side. You know what I mean?
right, that's the thing. You have to find a balance.
Right. And you
because-
feel like the youth that you deal with, they
in the scene at
understand.
least, in the scene
Yeah,
at
in
least,
the scene,
the people
yeah.
that you surround yourself with tend to reflect what you're also into as well. I mean,
Usually,
like,
yeah.
usually, I think here and there we have fans that probably don't necessarily agree with the things that I say or the things that we say as a collective, but I mean, they still like the music.
Right.
Because, of course, there's always going to be the people that are like, oh, you're so political. Why is that? Why are you putting politics in music? When the whole fucking time it's been political.
Yeah, that's
you just
punk
haven't
was-
caught it. You
yeah,
haven't been paying attention
yeah,
to
exactly. You just started listening to lyrics.
Yeah,
apparently.
Yeah.
You never listen to Bob Dylan.
Yeah, exactly. you
Yeah,
know,
because like you don't have to be a hardcore punk rocker to have political point of view and to
course
have like
not.
a message to share with the people.
Yeah,
Because like
yeah.
I feel like once I was given the platform and the place to do something with it, I had a responsibility and I had to do something about it. Like I have privilege. Like I wouldn't not use that. You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah. Well, what do you mean by privilege, though?
Well, for me, I'm like white passing unless I'm in like Midwestern spaces.
Right.
Like,
think you're Mexican. Is that-
yeah, they don't know. They don't know. They're like,
Hey, look at this Mexican girl. Over
yeah,
here. Like,
exactly. They're like, oh, they look at my maiden name before and they would be like, oh, where are you really from?
yeah.
I never
yeah.
experienced that until
Really?
I lived outside of California.
funny, man.
And
That's
like,
crazy.
you know, it's a totally different culture. It was a big culture shock when we moved.
I bet. Yeah. But it made you kind of cement your own what you want to get out there and what you want to say.
Yeah, of course.
that's
And I
cool.
mean, like, yeah, there are a lot of really cool voices and artists and activists all within Columbus, and
Yeah.
they're really doing the thing. Like, Black Intersectional Collective Be Quick has been doing some
Black
really
Queer
good work.
Intersectional
Black Queer
Okay.
Intersectional Collective.
Okay.
They're really great. They've hosted protests. We ended up shutting down like an entire streetway for like 10 minutes in
Oh,
one of
really?
the demonstrations when I showed up with them. That was really intense. And then, of course, because of the, protests that had been happening like before COVID,
Yeah.
they were super gnarly all around the State House in Ohio.
Were they? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. Well, it's good. I like to see people out there fighting for what they want. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
It's great. And when the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff, we went out. I took the kids out there and we fucking did the thing.
Yeah.
They wanted to be involved. You know what I mean? And that's, as a parent, it's like their safety is number one, right? And so if it
Yeah.
wasn't going to be peaceful at all, we were out. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? 'Cause
Right.
I absolutely will kill someone, no problem over it. You know what I mean? But then now I'm like the white guy with a beard killing someone at a protest because I'm protecting my kids.
Yeah, don't
Probably
do
a
that.
bad look. You know what I
Don't
mean?
do that.
It's like I'm like, like we got to make sure everything's good. You know what I mean? When the kids are out there, but
Yeah, being
yeah.
a human shield for somebody else in a protest is really intense and scary.
I'm sure, yeah.
And some of the lyrics from our new stuff was definitely inspired by the experience that we had when we attended protest.
Yeah.
Getting gassed by the cops was terrifying as fuck. And
Yeah.
I full on saw people getting shot with like
That
wooden
dude got
bullets.
hit in the face right next to us, like it was like boom.
With what? Like a tear gas or something, or one of the pellets?
pellet,
Wooden
pellet,
pellet.
straight
The
in the
wooden,
face.
wooden
Yeah.
The non-lethal rounds or
Yeah,
whatever.
that broke his
Could have been
teeth off.
lethal though if they hit him in
No,
the
there
Oh
was
yeah,
one girl
of
that
course.
died. She
Yeah.
got hit
No,
in the
I
face.
say that as a joke.
Actually,
Yeah.
It's what they're called,
It wasn't
right?
from a rubber.
Non-lethal.
It wasn't from a rubber bullet, and it wasn't from a wooden bullet that woman died. There was a young woman who died because she inhaled the tear gas,
Oh,
and
damn.
she was asthmatic. And once that happened, I got really freaked out about going to protests too.
Yeah, it's scary.
Because
because
you had
I'm
asthma,
asthmatic.
yeah.
So,
Right.
as much as I wanted to be at every demonstration that there was,
Yeah.
I couldn't necessarily.
Yeah, I mean that's but you're also out there living it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the hard thing. Is like you want to be involved, but you also like you don't want to fucking. Do you want to die over it in protest in a street for some?
I mean,
know,
it depends what it is.
Yeah,
you
it
know?
really does. It really does. Depend.
There are
But,
some things that I would put my life on the line for sure.
But a lot of those protests, like you would see, obviously you only see the gnarly part at the end, on TV, but it
Yeah.
would last. I mean, it would be from noon till 5.
Yeah.
Protests, doing all kinds of different things, all kinds of different speakers, and then it just
Marching
seemed
around
like
the
all of a
building.
sudden the cops were like, "All right, it's 6 o'clock," and then they just like come in
Right.
and start
They started a riot.
They bring
Tear
the
gas.
National Guard in.
I
National
straight
Guard
up
came in,
saw
the
cops.
sound
National
thing-
Guard was in there and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
the-
They
and then
shut down the whole thing.
And then they brought those sound cannons and like just close the street. Like you don't need to do all of this. Just close the street. And
Right.
and then that's when the tensions start going. And we're like, all right, we've been tear gas already. We could go.
Yeah,
I don't. We already poured milk on our face. We can go now.
Yeah.
Well,
This
if they
is-
closed the street, then they couldn't tear gas us because
that's
we
it.
would be in the street legally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Yeah.
So they,
Yeah.
it
Well,
worked out in their favor.
but as it progressed, it kind of became that more in front of the state house, where like they just closed the streets and they let people, paint on the. They actually had paint walls where they would do like memorial paintings for. the
They're all
different
still
people.
up.
Are they?
They're all still
Yeah.
up, and so they've. I don't want to say that they've capitulated, but they've definitely been like, all right, this is a bad look all the time.
Yeah, of
and
course,
so
yeah.
this is worse. Than
Well, I mean,
just,
it's not surprising that cops want to fuck shit up. You know what I mean?
No, of course
you know
not.
What I mean,
Well,
every asshole I went to school with is a cop. Most of the time. You know? What I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I have a hard time feeling bad for cops. I mean, I know I work around a lot of cops. There's some fucking decent people on both sides, but
Right,
the mentality to become a cop in this day and age, it has to be skewed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
like,
Then the
fuck,
thing
man.
is that I don't
like,
say
why do you want to do that? You know?
I don't see any reason why people would want to spend their lives telling other people they're wrong. all the
Exactly.
time.
Yeah.
That's just like a weird
It's a
psychological
wild thing to
me.
do.
Well, and then on top of it, so much is about criminalizing the poor
Right.
Oh,
and
yeah,
keeping
the
us
systemic
from
problems.
ascending. It's a systemic
Right.
racist issue.
But do you think that's an overall? I don't think that's a mindset of the police. I think it's an
It's a
overall
mindset of
mindset.
I think it's
the people that-
ingrained.
that's
Society.
culture. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's ingrained into the
Yeah, I would
culture
say
of
so.
being
Agreed.
the
As
police.
well.
Well, and
Yeah.
also keep the people divided and they're easy to control.
Yeah, exactly.
Red line them
I
into
don't
their
think any
spots
cop,
and-
not many of them really take the time
And-
to think about that.
Right. And those things.
Like,
those
why
things
would
happen.
you anyways?
Those
Yeah.
things happen so long
Because
ago.
then you quit. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
And those-
Like,
Well-
you started asking
those-
yourself some hard questions. It's
Yeah.
like what you're doing and why you're doing it.
Well, and that's why
Probably
they have a high
fucking quit.
turnover. That's
Yeah.
why they have a high turnover
Yeah.
is because they're
Well-
the people that realize they can't really fight the system that's already been around for so long.
And that's the
Right.
challenge too. Is like a lot of those systems were generations ago started, and so just like 1984, like they don't know when it started or when it ends. It's just happening, and so they might not be going into it like, "Hey, I'm racist," but like, okay, but you're being a part of the system that is literally built on that.
Yeah.
And you're, when you look at the numbers and you look at the people that get off and don't get off, like, like it's pretty
obvious.
It's pretty obvious,
Yeah,
guys.
If you can't admit that this
and,
fucking
yeah.
system is skewed one way,
Oh, yeah,
you're,
and-
you're
Yeah,
a
for
lost
real.
motherfucker.
And just as
dude.
much as just as racist as it is classist. I mean, and that's how
Yep.
they made classism and racism basically the same thing by
Yeah,
redlining people
redlining,
into
yeah.
poor
Yeah,
communities,
gerrymandering
and
the
then
whole
saying
fucking
like,
deal.
"Oh, look at this one guy, he made it out. You're fine." Like that's as a token example of like
Right.
what you're all fighting for, and that's what they do to all of us. They're like, "Look at that, look at Bezos, look at that millionaire. That could be you."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it could.
You're being sold something. It's like
Yeah.
I've heard that pull you're up by your bootstraps.
But if you don't
My
have
whole life-
bootstraps,
yeah, it's like I don't even have boots, dude.
Yeah, what-
yeah,
are you talking
if you work
about?
hard, you'll get everything you wanted.
yeah,
I
it's,
don't even have boots, dude.
it's a great idea
What
if you-
bootstraps are we
yeah.
talking about? Bitch, I'm wearing Velcro Walmart shoes right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Like,
it's-
what the
if-
fuck are you talking
exactly, and
about?
it's a great idea, but just the
Yeah.
when they say all men are created equal, at that time they didn't consider everybody men.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Like, yeah, we
3/5
said
of a man,
you're
yeah.
all equal, and like,
Yeah.
no, you didn't mean women, and you didn't mean people of color, you didn't mean
100%,
immigrants,
yeah.
you didn't mean people
Yeah.
who didn't own land, you didn't mean,
Yep.
you didn't
Yeah.
mean a lot of things when you said that.
So
it's
do
a good
you,
idea.
I mean, I
but
know,
it's
like, so this is progress is like a big thing for you. Like,
yeah.
We've obviously made progress.
Yeah,
right?
oh,
You
yeah,
know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like, we can't just
We
act
just
like
gotta-
we're not
Oh,
making
yeah.
a little bit of progress here.
Absolutely.
And it's,
And that's-
I think it's like, I think of it like, this is a massive ship.
Oh yeah.
To move this motherfucking
Oh, yeah.
ship
It's a-
takes
it's a-
years and years and years.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
and
so,
we're now
too.
we're now learning things and doing things on a worldscape. So it's not just us anymore.
Right,
It's not
right,
just
yeah.
it's everybody. When something happens here, it affects all these other things as a domino effect.
Not only
so
that,
it's not
it's
just a
years
ship.
down the road
Yeah,
before
and-
things come in.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah.
When they talk about that pipeline shut down, yeah, that oil was 6 months
Yeah.
away, and you're like you guys
Yeah.
are selling. You
The
idiots.
problem is that politics takes so long, so when something happens, it takes them like 2 years to even fucking respond.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
by
even
then
the
there's
shit that,
other
you know,
people in office.
Yeah, they put
Like,
in a law, right? And
Yeah.
you don't feel it till maybe a year or two
yeah.
later.
Yeah.
And then you
Mm-hmm.
have those like 7-year rollover effects of the economy as well, where it's like
Right.
right now when we had the shortages earlier in COVID, it was like that sucked. Oh, it's over. No,
No, that's
Just
just
getting
the
started.
beginning.
We're just
2022 is going to be a rough fucking
when we
year,
have the
dude.
supply that supply chain, and that's what's so gnarly. It's like such a terribly great example of how fragile capitalism is. It stopped, and within days we were fucked, and like everybody was just fired, and everybody was just, it was just like it just crumbled. And they tried to help. They're like, hey, we got all this millions and billions of dollars to help, and the companies either said, I don't want that because of politics, or they just held on to it because maybe it'll happen next time.
Right.
And it didn't get trickled down like they always talk about trickle down bullshit.
It never works.
That's a great. I'll hire people.
proven, trickles
Okay,
up.
nice.
Yeah. There's no one. I mean,
think
about all those CEOs that have made billions. This
trickle doesn't sound
during COVID. You know what I mean?
I don't want to get trickled on. That doesn't sound
that
nice.
doesn't sound great
Like,
either, actually.
Yeah, unless it's on stage by a Rage Against the Machine cover band.
Right.
Did you guys see that shit? That girl pissed on that
Oh,
guy's
yeah,
face?
yeah,
That was
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
That was next level, dude. I was
For
like,
real.
that
I
is
don't-
some wild
It
shit.
takes a lot of balls to do that.
The clit on her, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Jeez.
But
yeah,
there's
like-
actually a rapper called Big Clit who I follow who's just as shocking as that.
Yeah.
She recently had like a guy kissing her muff on stage.
No way.
And she was like, put some respect on it. And I was like, I don't know if I could do something like that. Like,
That's the next level shit.
like-
Yeah,
dude.
but like you were saying about progress, I mean that's as a humanity, we're always. I mean, mortality is lower than it was before.
Right. There's many things that make this place
technology's
good.
better, but there are so many. Like again, it's a great idea, and we have these tools that like. It's not a terrible experiment. We've got a lot of things that we've got, civil rights happened. We've got these, women's rights. We've got these things that are all getting better. But I think with the internet and everything being hyper speed, it's not fast enough anymore.
Yeah.
no, it's
and
like two steps forward, two steps back all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the advancement of technology compared to someone put this really good the other day, and it was like we have like Paleolithic DNA in a medieval fucking structure dealing with godlike technology.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, that actually makes a ton of fucking sense. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like a medieval fucking
No
judicial
wonder we're so
system.
fucked up.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like you're never going to catch up, but there are these increments of progress that have been happening many, and that's what bums me out when I hear everyone bitching all the time. It's like, dude, I get it. Like, yes, but we are moving towards something.
Yeah.
The problem is that no one keeps that same energy
You
for
gotta
an
keep
extended
doing it.
period of time.
Yeah.
You know what I
It's
mean?
exhausting
And it
if
is
you
the
try
DIY
to.
culture and the punks and the fucking people
Everything.
that are politically minded that
Yeah.
do help carry that forward. But we even saw, like, during the Obama years, like, when everything seemed to be, and
the
not everything
apathy.
was okay,
Yeah.
but, there was, punk bands were dog shit. Everything dropped off. The fucking younger scenes that were below me and you, and you, like, remember there was that massive gap.
Yeah,
It was
there's
like,
a huge gap of
where's
nothing.
the kids? Dude?
Yeah.
Where are the kids?
Yeah, there
And then as
wasn't a
soon as
scene.
Trump gets in office, everyone's all, wait a minute, and now there's fucking punk bands. People are out there protesting. So it's like, good politics makes bad music. You know what I mean? And bad politics makes great punk rock.
I think the
Yeah.
pandemic ended up bolstering the scene
Oh, that-
afterwards.
You think
too.
so?
Totally.
Oh yeah, there's just like right after the pandemic ended, it seems like ever
Spies,
since
their
then,
first show,
there's just been like a ton of people at shows.
Well, people
all
want to
the time.
fucking. I mean, imagine the kids that are in high school right now.
Yeah.
my
I know.
daughter missing 2 years of her fucking schooling.
Yeah.
Kids that had to go
Crazy.
through their senior year and not in school. Kids want to
Yeah.
fucking party. Dude.
We had a
they
lot
wanna
of
go
people
out.
They want to be
this was-
social.
shit.
Yeah.
We had a lot of kids, and every one of our shows, we have a handful of kids that are like, this is my first show ever.
Right,
Because,
yeah.
like, they turned 15 or 16 during the pandemic. Like,
Right.
when we were going to our very first shows, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, exactly.
They were not.
And they're experiencing it
And they're
now.
seeing videos of, like, how sick it is, and they're like, oh, that's what it's supposed to be like. Okay. And so
Yeah.
they have no clue, and they're just going and shredding. And I think with music, for me, it really gave me an opportunity to kind of step back and understand, because you just play music, right? You're like,
Right,
oh, this is sick, but like it actually like gave me an opportunity to step back, like, why is that sick? Like, why do I like this?
Right,
what about
right.
this is cool? What, as opposed to like, I just want to sound like that, or I want it to be cool.
Right.
I think, and it gave everybody that opportunity, like,
Yeah.
to really say like, oh, I want to do like this D-beat stuff, or oh, I want to do some reggae stuff, or like whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it gave them an opportunity to.
Or why do
it.
I even like playing music?
Yeah,
You know
what
I
is-
mean, that's what I
what's-
had to do when I.
it's hard
stepped
when you're
back
not
from it,
playing. When you're not
like, I
playing
realized
show,
that like
like-
I was being very like ungrateful. Not like I was acting like an asshole, but
Yeah.
I had taken it for granted. The Wrath shows were nuts. Every show was nuts. And I expected it to be like that at a certain
Every
point,
time,
and
yeah.
like when I walked away from it, it gave me a good opportunity. And then also COVID, it did that as well. But I'd kind of already figured out the why at that point. But it gave me a good opportunity to figure out
why do I love playing music? Like,
Yeah.
what was it about that
Yeah.
drove me there? Like, was it the fact that people show up and fucking go nuts? Is it this or that? Or is it what it does for me and
Yeah.
my fucking soul?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I had to ask myself a lot of those questions. It took me a couple of years to really figure it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And now that we've been back, I've been enjoying playing music more than I think I have since I was
absolutely.
17
Oh,
years
same
old.
here.
You know?
Yeah, it was after that year and a half when we played our first show. It was like that's like it was like a weight off of our shoulders, off of your chest.
Oh,
off,
yeah.
It was just like
Yeah.
there it is. Like we haven't.
This
I
is
couldn't
it,
even
yeah.
really. I couldn't even really pinpoint why it was so shitty to not play. Like it's
Right.
such a like carrying my shit upstairs and like
Yeah. It's easy to get complacent.
But like you know, and there's nobody gonna be there, and like we're gonna, and you gotta whatever, and you
Yeah.
know, and I gotta make sure to. But then like, so you're kind of like, and then so it's almost like better to not do it for a while.
Take a break. You know, and it just
But
makes,
then,
and I
you know-
always go back to this: how fucking lucky are we that we get to take a chance on ourselves, get to fucking do what we love. You know, I
Yeah.
work in an industry of broken dreams.
Yeah.
Everyone fucking hates what they do. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Everyone wanted to be something else and they ended up here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and you meet so few people that have been able to gamble on themselves and do exactly what they want to do, how they want to fucking do it. 0.0001% of human
Yeah.
race. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I really had to realize. Like, how lucky am I that I've been able to fucking say, fuck this. I don't want to do it like this. I want to figure this out. I'm going to fucking figure out how to book my own tour.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure out how to put out my own LPs. You know, and whatever happens after
Yeah.
that, cool. You know what I mean? Like,
put a cursed
we're
name in
so
my band's
fucking
name.
lucky. You know what I mean? And it could be based in privilege. It could not be based in privilege. You know, we live in
Yeah.
a country where you're allowed to do this stuff.
Right.
But I always, it's a gratitude is what I had to
Yeah.
find again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I would almost say too, our privilege, like some of the privilege I feel is from being from here. You know,
Oh,
like
yeah.
when I talk to
Yeah.
people about show, I'm like, oh yeah, we were at Nails, like their first shows. I'm
Oh,
like,
yeah,
we were at
totally.
Nails, you know, what those bands came through. Like we had shows all the time, like
Totally,
whatever. And like
yeah.
I'm in these places that we don't have a venue. Like
Yeah.
like we have one spot, like Lancaster, we've got the VFW, I guess, or like
Yeah.
you know. And so for me, even like little privileges like that, being in a town that has, I mean, you say, oh, we're from Oxnard, like, oh shit, and
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
has
do
a
anything.
history with it,
I didn't
yeah.
do anything. You know,
Yeah.
I didn't even have to. I
But
didn't-
we did do stuff.
Well, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
what I
Fucking
mean
did
is,
generator shows. We
well,
did
what I
parking
mean
lot
is-
shows.
is
we did
like-
whatever we had to do.
what I
you
mean
know?
is to the people that are like stoked that we're from Oxnard and they don't know who we are. Is what
Yeah.
I mean. It's like there's that, like you're
Yeah.
part of that community, and it was almost like you just did it. Like you went to those shows. You went to like I never at no point was I like why or like what should I do this or not. It was just like let's do some shows.
Yeah.
Like
well,
let's do it.
the way this town is built, Oxnard, Ventura, it's inclusive. There's not
Yeah.
one part, not one fucking band, ill repute, any of those Stalag, any of those old school, the legendary Narcore bands.
Yeah.
That if you tell them they're starting a band, they go, "Oh, I don't know, man." Like, there's no gatekeepers here,
Yeah.
really.
Right.
You know, like
No.
every fucking, it's built into the culture here. Like it, like
just go to the shows.
we expect the younger kids to take the torch and figure it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Whereas, and I've been to a lot of parts in the country. They're intimidated by the new group of kids.
Yeah.
You know, and they don't want the fucking competition because, oh my God, if these kids are putting on a show over here and there's 500
Yeah.
people, now there's no room for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, well, yeah, okay, old fuck. Well,
Yeah.
maybe be better.
Be
You know what I
better,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
that's-
like, but here it's so special in
Yeah.
the fact that no one's intimidated by the new band. Everyone's stoked.
You
for
bring
the
them on
fucking new
board,
band,
yeah.
and you bring them
Yeah.
on board,
Yeah.
and you fold them into your blanket. You know.
Yeah.
I think that was something
John used
that-
to do that with me.
Yeah,
100%,
that's
you
that's
know?
how it got me
great.
into it. You guys, John
Yeah.
Carrar, those. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember when I came to a show, he's like, "Hey, he took my demo tape at that 7-second show and was like, "Hey, this is True Patriots. Check out this kid's band right here. He's a big Missy 23rd fan."
Totally.
He hadn't even listened to it yet.
Right.
And like
Yeah.
but he like shouted it out. I was like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck?" Like it was so cool. And then Eddie Numskull got us on our next show at
Exactly,
Skate
yeah.
Street.
And then everybody's cool. Like I would hitch rides with you guys sometimes in
Yeah,
the van because
totally,
I wanted to go to LA and like
Yeah.
see different
Yeah,
bands that I'd
let's
never
go.
seen before.
Yeah,
and I was welcomed.
It's
you
like we
know?
didn't know you that well, but we're like, yeah, fuck it.
She seems
Okay,
cool.
there's room. There's room. Go
Come
Mosh.
on in.
Let's go.
And also, none of us got creepy with you or anything.
Yeah.
No,
So
everyone
that's
is mad respectful out
Yeah,
here.
you know,
and
it's
like that's something that I like think about too because I didn't grow up in Ohio. Like something that I noticed right away when we went there to
Mm-hmm.
the shows, every scene is very like divided from each other.
Is it?
Like
Okay.
you don't see a lot of people unless they work at like the bar, like going to other people's shows like you do out
Mm-hmm. Interesting,
here.
yeah.
Like I can recall going to like playing shows here in Ventura and in Oxnard where I would see people from all the different scenes at every
Yeah.
single show.
Yeah.
Like it didn't
every
matter.
every show. Yeah.
Yeah.
You go to everything.
A lot of people in Ohio do like to stay in their own city.
Do they?
That
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
It's
It's got to get off my lawn
Everything's
kind of
kind of-
mentality.
A little far apart,
Some
but not
people-
really. I don't know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's one thing I think with the new kids too is they're really trying to rep Ohio and rep the other bands and like
Right.
uplift everybody
That's
from
good.
Ohio,
Yeah.
and that's why we're even in that article is because on a live stream and Love mentioned us, and then they mentioned that he mentioned us in the article.
Right,
That's
yeah.
why we're, and then they linked us, and then we're attached with all these other bands. These people keep sending us the article like, hey, you guys should check this out. It's because they uplift each other,
Right.
And that's why.
And that's the
know,
way you rise a scene.
Yeah,
You know
and
what
so-
I mean? That's why
I think
Ventura
the
and Oxnard
scene,
has
like
been so
the
strong.
past like 4 or 5 years, has gotten a lot.
Yeah,
stronger
yeah.
great.
in
So
Ohio, for sure.
I was watching Hype, right, and it was like that's what they talked about. Is like we just like uplift all of us,
Right,
And we just
yeah.
say we were proud from being from here. And I grew up in Oxnard, and we're proud from like we're from Oxnard, we're from Ventura, 805. Like we're proud of that,
Right.
And like we'll put on Nardcore shows that are just bands from Oxnard,
Right, yeah.
or like whatever, like local bands only, or
Or we'll
whatever.
have a mixed bill because
And-
like everybody's available.
And they're
that
all
night.
it's like ska daddies and
Yeah, it's every
Repute
type of
and,
genre of
and
music,
Dr.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, and then some like Voodoo Dawn or something,
Right.
You know, and then seeing how that was, and then Ohio just felt like there are bands from Ohio, but I don't know that they're from Ohio because they don't claim it. Like
Right,
not
right.
like Nine Chucks Terror claims Ohio.
Right.
Midnight kind of claims Ohio a little bit, but that's the guy from Boulder. So if you know it's
Right,
Ohio.
right.
Nunslaughter a little bit.
You go handing out secrets over here. Dude.
Yeah. Well, no, that's Wikipedia.
Yeah, yeah,
Wikipedia. But there was never like Devo. Okay, but for me, I didn't know. I knew of bands from New York, and I knew of bands from San Francisco, and I know bands
Right,
from Boston.
right, right.
You know the bands from Boston,
yeah.
and you know the bands from Portland, but like Ohio, like I don't know if I don't know who they even are. So it just felt like they didn't rep it, and so that's why when we got there, I was just like, all right. I'm gonna rep Ohio like we rep Oxnard or we rep anywhere else and get people stoked on it. So that's why the zine is like almost primarily focused on Ohio.
Yeah.
And you look
and
at
the
our logo
Midwest.
for it that he made.
The logo
There you
is
go.
the Ohio
It's
state.
Ohio.
For sure.
It's just you gotta. I mean, because
Yeah.
there's so much cool shit going on in
Yeah,
Ohio.
there's a lot of cool
So
shit.
many
Yeah.
cool bands, so many cool venues, and when we got there, we're like, how did we not know that
Because
there's
they
all
don't
these
record
sick bands?
anything.
No, yeah, it could be.
They don't.
Yeah.
They don't video it. They don't. There's not like a ton of zines. There are, but there aren't.
Right.
And it's another one of those places where people move from there. Like they go to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it's an
or they go to
escape.
New York.
It's an escape,
Or they
yeah.
come to L.A. But there's still it's a college town. So there's still a good amount of people there. And so the people that were movers and shakers, the guy Mike Thorne that does Razor Blades in Aspen, he moved away and he was doing stuff there. What's her name? Singer of De Rodias.
Anna.
Anna did a lot of stuff, and they moved, and then.
But that's the thing, though. It's like now it's on to the next generation. They have
Absolutely.
to fucking figure out
And
for
they're-
themselves.
they're
Right.
pushing it
Scenes
hard.
live and die by that. You know
Right.
what I mean?
100%.
Like, there's been a million towns where we went in the first time and played, and it was going off, right? And then by the time we get there 2 years later, that person that was doing all the cool shit has moved to somewhere else.
Or they just moved
and now
on,
everyone's
yeah.
standing there going, "Whoa, fuck! It used to be cool." It's like, oh, I guess you guys didn't take any fucking notes at all.
Yeah.
Like when this dude was here doing, or this chick
Yeah.
was here doing shit.
Yeah.
You guys just that's it, huh? You know,
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh,
okay,
well-
well, fucking cool. Good
Yeah.
luck with your scene. You know?
Yeah, the habit of passing the torch definitely needs to keep
It has to keep
going. It's
yeah.
a
Well, and if you
cyclical
want
thing.
something, that's what's so cool about the DIY community. If you
Totally.
want something, do it.
Yeah.
Like we should have shirts. Okay, do it.
Yeah.
Like make a stencil or make a screen printing. And I did a how-to on screen
Yeah.
printing, like 4-minute how-to. Like
Yeah.
it's not easy, but it's not hard.
Yeah.
And you could just draw shirts, or you could, Zakiah is the same way. He's like, I want to do a label. Like then do it.
Do it,
And
yeah.
then so what he does is he hand draws every cover and all the lyric sheets.
Damn.
And I'm like, you're wild, dude. he's like,
Oh,
he's going.
have you ever fucking heard of Kinko?
Yeah, he's
dude?
going at
That
it.
goes
He's
Xerox.
going at it. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
because Kinko's doesn't exist anymore.
Well, I know,
it's
but, you
FedEx
know.
now. But
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but still.
But it's the same kind of thing, and so that's why, like with my zine, especially, I put how tos, like how to do this simple shit, like how
Right.
to, just how to make this zine. Like this is how I did it.
Right.
Like and because I want more zines. Like, I've had people like, I want to create a zine, but I don't want to take away from your. I'm like, no,
Do it.
you
It
said
doesn't
that.
take
You're
away.
Like,
It
I
always
want to
adds
do photos
to.
too, but I don't want you to be like bummed on it. I'm like, no, more photos,
Yeah.
all of it,
All of it, dude. Yeah.
We want all of it, and
Yeah,
like
you got to change that mentality.
you got to
man.
have like more.
Everything adds to.
Yeah, rising
Very
tide.
rare, unless you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's repping a scene that you're not supposed to be, or you're tearing the scene down actively by your actions.
Yeah.
Very rarely does it take away from.
Absolutely.
You know what
The
I mean?
downside about those people too, as you mentioned the other day, is they leave.
Yeah, they don't stay
They
around.
fuck it
There's
up and
no
then they
longevity
leave.
in that.
They
Yeah,
just
there's
like
no longevity.
This
in
is
that.
lame. I'm out. Oops.
Yeah, they might be here
This
for
is
2
lame. I'm
years
out.
fucking
And-
shit up.
Yeah.
but they're gonna get weeded out.
They're gone, and
They're
then we
done,
have
yeah,
to sweep up the
exactly.
pieces and
Yeah.
fix it again. And it's, but it's been, like I said, Ohio's been going off,
That's
which is
good,
cool.
man.
Delayed gratification records, they've
Glad
been
to
pushing
hear
real hard.
Well, fuck, dude. I think this
Headbangers,
is the
blah,
most
blah, blah.
shout outs I've ever gotten
Yeah.
on the podcast as far as bands go. You're gonna have to
Zakaya,
tag every one of
Lancaster,
those bands in this.
Blind Rage in Dayton,
There you
Dana.
yeah.
Dana in Ohio.
There you
Those,
go.
those guys. Midnight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which Jarvis is their manager.
Oh yeah.
And they're doing that European
they're doing
tour.
that tour. Yeah.
And
Small
so-
world.
Old Jarvis.
Small world.
Yep, I love
Yeah,
it.
I actually did a podcast, little interview with him the other day
For Night Demons.
for Night Demon. Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, because I was at the beginning of that.
Yeah, they are documenting the entire
The whole
history
thing.
of that
Yeah,
fucking band. It's
it's been
incredible.
cool. Well, I mean, there's a history which is cool. I mean, but
Yeah, it's
also,
good.
so like our tour. I'll give you one when we're done. We created tour programs, like to have all the flyers,
Yeah, those
and
are
I
great.
drew all the
Oh,
flyers,
cool.
and like
Nice.
I got that idea from Jarvis and Night Demon because like. He's like, here's a program, like a program.
It's
What's
super
that?
pro.
Yeah, he's an
What's that?
innovative motherfucker.
And then I
dude.
go through,
mean,
I'm
he
like,
really
oh,
is,
sick.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like it's the most original idea. You get those at any big show, but like, why not? Why can't we do it?
Yeah, of course.
And so
dude,
like
yeah.
we did it, and we're selling them, and they're
That's cool.
People
man.
are having us sign them.
That's so funny.
yeah. And then like also
Signing shit's weird,
This
right?
is okay. Yeah, this is like the first time
I
that this has
love it.
happened too.
Yeah,
It's the
Yeah,
first
it's
time.
fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
but
It's interesting, man.
I,
Yeah.
but basically what it was I drew all the flyers because I drew one and I was like, you know what, I'll draw them all. And so
Right.
I drew them all and I was like, how can I guarantee these guys are going to print this stuff? Like, I'm going to send them out to San Jose and like wherever,
Right.
just hope they print some.
Right.
So I'm just going to make a zine of them and then bring it so that you can get that program and like,
Yeah.
here's the show we're on. And I gave it to all the bands. Like, here's
Yeah.
the show you're on right here in this zine. And
That's
like,
awesome, man.
And then it like, we did a little quick history of us, a quick history of so this is progress, all of our labels that we've been associated with.
Mm-hmm.
And so To Live a Lie put us on like a single song, a cover song on a comp. I put that logo as big as possible, like
Right.
To Live a Lie Records. Put out this comp tape that we were on.
Has some
Like-
good quotes from like
Yeah, there you go.
articles that we've been featured
Yeah,
in.
That's
yeah.
awesome, man.
Like,
Well,
and
good
so
for you
just
guys,
and so that idea came from, like I said,
Yeah.
Jarvis and Night Demon, and
Yeah.
and next level shit, but also DIY at the same time.
Yeah.
which is I think that whole crew embodies that. Like it's
They really
like
do. Yeah.
DIY. Like you look at them, you're like they're pros, but they've
Yeah.
also like Armand and like those
Yeah.
guys. Like man, they've built it from nothing.
Oh, from scratch.
From
I mean,
that's
yeah,
all.
you know.
That's as DIY as it comes.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
the
not really.
original shit too. Brent with Brent and all that, it's
Oh
like-
yeah. Well, I mean the
Yeah.
whole thing that they have.
Yeah, the whole thing they
Captain's
built up from the
Quarters
ground,
and
yeah.
Iron Grip and
Yep.
and with Brent and coming from that punk side of everything and him writing a lot of that music in the
Right,
first
in the beginning,
two
Two records at least, I
And
think,
he gave me his pickup.
Oh,
And
nice.
he's like, here's the pickup that I recorded all that
Nice, dude.
because I was saying I wanted some new pickups, but I'm not
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna put it in my guitar. Probably
fuck
frame it.
Yeah, make him cite it.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, dude. I think we just did a good solid hour plus. Thanks for coming on the pod. Give everyone a shout out where they can find all your shit. Go do some shameless plugging. Go for it.
Hell yeah. So you can find us on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music. You can go to Bandcamp. This is progress.bandcamp.com. You can find Body Farm on there as well as a bunch of stuff from our label. And then we also have, what else?
So this is progress.com, which is like the same difference.
Yeah.
Body
Another way to
Farm
get there.
Ohio on Instagram.
Yeah, on all of our socials. We've got our new record coming out. It was supposed to be on this tour, but
Yeah.
they went from 10 weeks to 28 weeks.
Right.
From the first quote to the second quote.
Yeah,
So we
we've
got
talked
in
at length about vinyl.
we got in there right at
Yeah.
the perfect
God,
timing,
yeah.
right when they delayed it.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
But that'll be coming out.
20 more weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be coming out early
March.
2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a tour started for that already. So we're going to be hitting the northeast or southeast,
Okay.
Louisiana, and then up.
Nice, dude.
So up through
Hell yeah.
Boston. So that'll be sick.
Beautiful. Anything to add, guys?
I guess, just check out Ohio bands. They're great.
Yeah, man. For sure.
Ohio's got it going on right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. I miss my buddies in Nervous Aggression and Billy Badass. Those are my other couple bands.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
I miss my dog.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I miss Rolly.
I miss
Shout out to Rolly.
miss his dog.
Shout out to Carlton. And your mom's dogs.
Shout out to Shambles.
Shout out to Shambles the cat.
Punks and dogs, dude. They fucking
Yeah.
never end.
Dogs and cats.
My dog's dying for attention over there. So
Yeah.
Give
we
him
can
a
give him
roundabout. Yeah.
Yeah.
we love the punk dogs.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, it's been the best.
All right, guys. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Later.
thank you so much.